Alright guys, so we're going to be talking about a bunch of very interesting stuff going down for Modern Warfare here. I want to talk about a Battle Royale potentially coming to this game. I mean, the leaks so far have pretty much said that we're not seeing a Battle Royale and that Blackout would carry over into this game, would become free to play, and would just sort of be the Battle Royale for Call of Duty alongside Modern Warfare. But it looks like we actually may see some sort of Modern Warfare specific Battle Royale. Also, there's some leaks talking about zombies actually being a game mode in Modern Warfare that they scrapped and I guess in replace for the new Battle Royale mode. A lot of really weird stuff to go through here within this video. That being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated, and let's get started. So this is coming from the Gaming Revolution. This is what he's been saying about a bunch of Modern Warfare leaks he's been receiving. So sometimes with leaks, there's a pretty strong chance it's legit based off of certain things. But with these sources right now, I have gone above and beyond to confirm their credibility. This is without a doubt the most confident I have ever been about information I have received, and this is pertaining to a bunch of his recent Modern Warfare leaked information that he has received. He's going to be making a video, I'm pretty sure, tonight about a bunch of multiplayer information, and then obviously the stuff we're talking about here is a bit separate from the multiplayer information. It's just outside stuff with Modern Warfare, but it's very interesting, so I did want to talk about it. And again, a lot of you guys, I feel like, you know, sometimes don't believe the Gaming Revolution. You do or you don't, and I think for me, for the most part, a lot of the stuff that I've seen from him, and I've known him for a while, he's had several credible sources for many years now, and he's gotten a lot of stuff correct. So I think leaks overall, you can't look at them and say it's 100% confirmed. It's a leak for a reason. It passes through someone that works at Infinity Ward or works at Activision, and sometimes, you know, the communication isn't exactly there, and sometimes things are off, and who knows what exactly is here. So again, take this with a grain of salt, but it's very important, so I did want to talk about it here. So let's go through some of the information that he tweeted out. The reason previous leakers have been saying no Battle Royale is because Activision have been keeping this super undercover. I can imagine them sitting in a meeting right now about this. Now, obviously, that's very interesting, them keeping this very secret. What is the reason for that? Why have they been keeping this secret, and how has it leaked out? A lot of really weird questions we have to go through here for this game. I mean, overall, the three game modes that have been announced and advertised for Modern Warfare have been multiplayer, campaign, and Spec Ops. So where is Battle Royale? Why have they not announced it? Why are they keeping it so secret? Is Battle Royale going to be a part of the Spec Ops plus that they talked about at E3? Or is this just something they're going to throw out at us and surprise us for some reason a couple of months down the line? Or maybe right at launch they'll just come out and say, we have a Battle Royale, here you guys go, and that's that. So it's definitely very interesting, to say the least. Just received the information. So breaking: Battle Royale is in Modern Warfare 100%. You're not going to believe me. I've had to do some mad detective work to pinpoint this information. You're all going to think I'm insane. Don't believe him. They'll say this is a very last minute thing. He goes on to say, I don't talk about this at all within my video coming out tonight. I've literally only just found this out, and I'm shocked. And again, his video is talking about the Modern Warfare multiplayer information, a bunch of different stuff. Battle Royale has nothing to do with that anyway, but the fact that he's getting this information now is very interesting. So this is what he said. And moving forward here about something else: zombies. Modern Warfare zombies was a thing a year and a half ago. That alone is very interesting as well. And this is another tweet that he had, which we're not going to talk about, obviously, but I know how the Modern Warfare campaign ends, but I really don't know if I should ever talk about that because I think it's way too spoiler heavy, but I guess I could just give a big spoiler warning. So I don't want to talk too much about that campaign being leaked and how legit is that. I really don't know if the campaign, especially the ending to the campaign, was already leaked, and I know he's getting this information and he's confident about that, but this piece of information here about him knowing the ending to the campaign, I just don't exactly believe that. Or, you know, what do you guys think about that? Leave a comment below. I just think it's crazy that the whole campaign would be leaked this early on when they're not even done crafting the campaign and they're still sort of working on it. So I don't really think that makes sense, but the other stuff actually I could see very possible. Let's talk about these zombies for a second, because it's obviously something that was apparently supposed to be in Modern Warfare but is now in the past, and then we'll move on and talk about the Battle Royale, because that's sort of what looks like, you know, would have replaced zombies. So let's just go out on a limb here and let's just assume that all of this information is correct and that we're going to be seeing a Modern Warfare Battle Royale, and that before that there was a zombies. We have to assume that for now. We just have to believe this leak for now, just for the sake of the video, because we need to talk about what their plans would have been if they actually planned on making a zombies game mode, because there's a huge sort of outcry for people wanting IW Zombies. And you know, obviously Infinite Warfare Zombies, there is a small sort of cult community of people, and maybe it was because of Lee Ross, maybe it was because of some other random thing, but there is a small cult of people that really loved IW Zombies. And I gotta say, like, IW Zombies, Zombies in Spaceland, definitely some very interesting maps. So the fact that Modern Warfare, you know, supposedly had a zombies game mode, you have to think, were they planning on, you know, continuing that storyline, continuing Infinite Warfare Zombies, obviously without the Infinite Warfare title, but just with zombies, that same sort of style, that same storyline? They could have done that very well. You know, Lee Ross didn't leave Infinity Ward until a couple of months ago. I mean, he wasn't always working at Treyarch. He only joined Treyarch a couple of months ago to bring his zombies talents over to Blackout. And obviously the leak from the Gaming Revolution says that, you know, Modern Warfare had zombies over a year ago. So over a year ago, you know, Lee Ross was on Infinity Ward. He was on that team. So Lee Ross could have been working on zombies at Infinity Ward, and then they decided to cancel it. And then he sort of was like, you know what? I have no place here now. I'm going to, you know, find another job. And that's how he came over to Treyarch. So that would actually make a lot of sense. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. If Modern Warfare had zombies and originally was planning to have a zombies game mode, and obviously they scrapped it or something, or they went for a more realistic vision, and that's obviously, you know, zombies wouldn't really be a part of their realistic vision. What do you guys think about that? Would you guys have wanted to see a Modern Warfare Zombies game mode, especially with Lee Ross heading it, and also, you know, that same storyline from Infinite Warfare? But let's talk about what it was supposedly replaced with now: Battle Royale. So again, let's just assume these leaks are correct and that we're going to be seeing a Battle Royale. I know a bunch of leakers, and I know even the Long Sensation, he's pretty much said that we're not seeing a Battle Royale, but apparently also with this leak here, the Gaming Revolution source, we are seeing a Battle Royale. I mean, I don't know for sure, but if we are going to see a Battle Royale, that is very interesting, and I just don't know how that's going to pan out. And there could be a couple of different reasons as to why they're doing this, and also, is it going to be good or not? So for one, Blackout, it's a decent Battle Royale. It obviously does not compare with any of the other Battle Royales. Fortnite, PUBG, top tier, even Apex, a lot more smooth than Blackout. Blackout is fun, but for the most part, it's not that smooth, and it's a bit weird, and for me, it's just not as fun as a bunch of the other Battle Royales that you can play. And if they want to continue that into Modern Warfare, I guess like the original plan was for Blackout to go free to play, and then for that to be side by side with Modern Warfare, that would be cool, but it wouldn't be successful. Even if Blackout was free to play, the graphics aren't that good. I mean, you're still on Black Ops 4 graphics, and moving into Modern Warfare with a new engine, people are just going to look at Blackout and think, why would I want to go back and play these weird Black Ops 4 engines? I hate Black Ops 4. I hate the microtransactions. There's going to be no appeal for that. So maybe, you know, continuing Blackout isn't actually a good idea, and having a Modern Warfare Battle Royale specific for that game makes a lot of sense. One, the most obvious one, is because of the new engine, the realistic feel they're going for. They could probably make, and I know people, myself, like, I don't really want a Battle Royale. I don't need a Battle Royale Call of Duty again. I could do without it, but if we have to, if Activision really wants us to get a Battle Royale for Call of Duty Modern Warfare would be a pretty good game for a Battle Royale because of its realism, and because of its graphics, and because of how much effort they're putting into the sound, and what really is going on, the movement of the characters, like all of this different really intricate stuff in the game that makes a lot of sense and would be very, you know, interesting for a Battle Royale, specifically a Battle Royale that is more tactical and more strategic. You know, that would fit Modern Warfare so perfectly. So if we are going to be seeing a Battle Royale, and if these leaks are correct, that would actually be very cool. Now, again, if this is real, if this is true, and if we're actually seeing one, is it going to be successful, or is it going to be a flop? Which I'm considering Blackout to, for the most part, be a flop. You know, it's nowhere near competition to any of the other battle royales, and it's obviously it's a part of Black Ops 4, but that's really it. So Modern Warfare, if they do bring this battle royale game mode over to the game, is it going to flop, or is it actually going to be successful? So for one, it's 100% not going to compete with any other battle royale. I mean, Fortnite's already dying. It's been dying for a while, but it's still not going to reach any of the heights of Fortnite. It's just going to be one of those random game modes in the game that makes no sense and just doesn't have any place there, and that would be that. But let's go through, let's end off this video here, sort of figuring out, and I probably should have done this at the beginning of the video because I know a bunch of people are going to hate on me and just say like, oh, what are you saying? This is obviously not confirmed, but here's a very interesting point as to why we may not see this at all. So again, I've been saying throughout this video, you know, take this with a grain of salt. We don't know if this is real. We may not see a battle royale anyway, but for one, they did market this game, and they've been marketing this game as, you know, pretty much having 3 game modes: multiplayer, campaign, and Spec Ops. So where does Battle Royale fit into that? Is Battle Royale going to be a part of the Spec Ops mode? Because they didn't necessarily say what Spec Ops exactly was going to include, so maybe they could make the case for that. I mean, you would think Battle Royale would be its own mode, so are they going to have a 4th game mode, a secret one that they'll announce later? You know, as of now, it just doesn't really make sense to have a Battle Royale within this game, just based off of the marketing, based off of what they announced, and based off of a bunch of the other leaks. I mean, I really don't know. So we'll see what the deal is. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about a battle royale being within this game. I don't really care for it, but they could probably do a good job. But then again, Activision's controlling them. They'll probably destroy it with microtransactions just like they did with Blackout, and I don't know, we'll be screwed. So let's just hope for the best. Again, all of these leaks probably subject to change. We really don't know if this is real or not as of now, but it's definitely very interesting, so I did want to talk about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys later.